So I'm just yapping as usual, but I did see two videos that I feel like after I saw these, I was like, I gotta make a TikTok because the kids don't know. And one of the reasons I know is because once upon a time, I passed two very important exams, one called the Series 7 and the other called the Series 63, which made me a licensed stockbroker. So the first video I saw was where somebody was talking about stadiums and how they just realized stadiums are being paid for by tax dollars. Um, so if you want to go down a rabbit hole, you can start to actually look up go bonds, which are called guaranteed bonds, versus revenue bonds. The second video, I'm not going to be explaining further. Google it, or actually probably go on Investopedia. Okay. So the next video I saw is probably because everybody's talking about block celebrities, and I'm all for it. I've been had celebrities blocked. I have a lot of brands blocked. I don't like seeing unnecessary ads on my page, okay? But I think all the celebrity blocking has led to people like researching brand and corporation blocking, and now they're starting to realize who owns the corporations. So now they're starting to realize that a lot of the corporations are owned by Vanguard and BlackRock. Now, to me, as somebody that used to work in finance, this seems like common sense because, and this is how I know that the kids are not investing and they should be investing, because if you were to buy a ETF or exchange traded fund, you would know the top ETFs are owned by Vanguard. Here we have the chart of VTI, and this is not investment advice, by the way. And if you actually are to go into the holding of one of these ETFs, or if you were to go into a mutual fund, even if you were to go into like a target fund for your employer, go in to find the holdings, you will see the companies that they own shares of and the percentage of assets that they're holding. So instead of going from the bottom up, like looking to see, oh, is this, who owns this, understand you can do this from the top down much quicker, and you can find the information a lot quicker because they all publicly post their holdings, top holdings, and even the entire list. And this changes, and these are managed by fund managers, so these changes maybe year to year, quarter to quarter. And they'll even post for certain types of stock or equities, the holders of these equities. For example, this is Berkshire Hathaway Class A stock, and Vanguard even has a stake in this. Now, I say all that to say this. Yeah, boycott, yeah, block. The system could fail. The system could collapse. The system is collapsing, whatever. In the event that it doesn't, or yeah, you could die, right? But in the event that you don't, what are you going to do for retirement? Do you have a plan? Do you have an emergency fund? Are you paying down your debt? Like, I'm all for getting carried away with like fight the man, da 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 da. Like, but as a millennial that's lived through multiple crises over and over again, hedge your bets and invest your money. Because chances are that these corporations are not going to fail and the stock market is not going to collapse. When you see these little dips or whatever day to day that people are posting, look at the entire chart. You see people talk about earnings. People miss earnings once a quarter all the time. We're talking about something over 30 years. What are you going to be doing when you're 65 years old, 70 years old?